Pretties, it's Angela here, and today's video is going to be the monthly jewelry collaboration challenge video for the month of April 2021. Each month we are doing a project. We have a specific color we work with, and a specific metal type, and also type of project. We also have a column of theme or fun elements that we can incorporate into the project if we choose to. And so it's myself and several other ladies that are doing the collaboration challenge, and I will put the links to all of their YouTube channels down below in the description box, so make sure you check out their links as well. They make some beautiful pieces. It's been a lot of fun so far. And so for April, if you're following along with us, I also have this list in my Facebook group as well, and that link will also be in the description box down below. And so if you are following along with us, if I did forget, I truly apologize if I forgot anybody's links. Please let me know, because I know some people were added on, and I think I have everybody, but I'm not positive. If you are participating and you need me to include your link, please let me know. Also, if you want to follow along, and like I said, on my Facebook group, I have the sheet with all the information for each month. And I also post a picture of my project in that group in a specific album that is the monthly jewelry collaboration. And so if you make something and would like to post it, just find my picture in the album and comment below that picture for the specific month that you would like to post your project in. I would love to see them. It's a lot of fun getting to see what everybody does and how everybody interprets these different challenges. So for the month of April, we were to use pastel colors. Our metal could be either silver or copper. We could make earrings or a keychain. And we could incorporate some kind of an Easter theme, like bunnies, chicks, or crosses. And so that's going to be what this project is today. I'm going to be making a pair of earrings, and I'll show you everything we need in just a minute to get started. But if you do want to look ahead and look for May, the color for May will be brown, the brass or gunmetal for types of metal and necklace or bracelet, and either beach shells, crabs, seahorse, some kind of fun beach themed element. So that's going to be what May is, the challenge for May. So for April, this is what I have. Let me see if I can zoom in just a little bit. But I have some really pretty Swarovski crystals in the matte AB finishes, and the pale blue, pale pink, and purple. And they're all the same. They are matte AB. They're all Swarovski crystals. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be making a pair of earrings. I had made a pair of earrings for the 100-day project challenge that Brittany from Turquoise Street is hosting, and I did a pair of teardrop kind of hoop earrings with seed beads. And so a couple of people had told me they wanted to see a tutorial on that, and so I figured this was a good opportunity to do that. It's really quick, they work up really fast, really easy. Oh, and I do have a couple of little clear crystal AB bicones as well, or to go on either side of the little bunny. And so my little charm, obviously I have the pastel colors here. I'm going to be making a pair of earrings, and I'm going to be using these really super cute, sweet little bunny charms. And I do have some of those available in the Facebook group as well. So I know that Easter passed, but I wanted to just make a fun pair of quick earrings, and I think these are really cute. You can change out these pendants, charms for crosses, and I do have crosses. Like I said, I just love the pastel colors, and I love those little bunny charms, so I'll be ready for next year. But so what I'm going to be using to make these earrings is monofilament, and I went ahead and picked up this. I'm going to show you the roll I picked up from I think it was Dollar Bees, and it was like this huge roll of monofilament for $1. It's 185 yards. It's 30-pound test. Obviously, you don't have to have 30-pound test, 30-pound, line, but I mean, for $1, I went ahead and picked that up. So I've just cut me 2 pieces, and I always cut generous. There is no, I mean, probably have about a good 12 inches here. And it just, again, is just easier for me to work with at the end, so I don't have to worry about fighting with it so much. It's really inexpensive, so I'm not, you know, worried about having a little bit of extra left over to throw away. So I am going to put on one of my little bead buddies on the end of here, so I don't lose my beads as I'm threading them on. Well, I said I was going to. There we go. Alright, so I got my little bead buddy on there, my little stopper. And basically, I'm just going to put 3 purple, 3 pink, 3 blue, my white. Actually, before I start, I probably should have told you what else you're going to need. And again, this works up with seed beads. So I used 6 seed beads, I think in a 4, I can't remember, what was it? I picked them up already, but I think it was either 4 to 6 seed beads of each color when I did the ones with the seed beads. But the bicones take up a little bit more room, so we'll see how big they turn out when I'm done. So you will need a couple of crimp beads. Not tubes, just crimp beads, because I'm a flat crimp inside of these clamshell covers. And that's how I'm going to attach them to the ear wires. And you're going to need a couple of jump rings for your charm if you choose to put a charm on. You don't have to. You can make this all crystals, all seed beads. It's very, very simple, very versatile, and very inexpensive if you use the seed beads, and you can make them up quick. So if you go to craft fairs or you sell jewelry, you know, and you need to make some quick projects, this would be a really good way to do that. Alright, so I am going to go ahead and do this ahead of time. I'm just going to go ahead and put my jump ring on my charm so they're ready to go when I'm ready to string on. Go ahead and put my other one. And close that up. I have had several people ask me about my jump ring tools. I do have them available also in my Facebook group. You can also find them on Amazon if you are looking elsewhere, but if you're not on Facebook. But I do have them available. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and string on the crystals. Like I said, there's endless possibilities with what you can do with this simple earring to put together. Alright, and so I have my 3 purples. I'm going to move on to my pink. And then we'll move on to the blue. Like I said, they work up super quick. And it kind of got me thinking about them when I did the seed bead pair, because I was doing a color combination, and it was like 5 colors that day for the challenge, and I was like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do to try to put all these beads together? And the seed beads worked out really nice. So if you haven't checked out that video, I have all of my days from the 100-day project challenge posted on my YouTube channel as well. Alright, so then we're going to just go back up the other side. I added the clear, my little bunny charm, and then another clear, and that's just going to kind of squeeze that little charm together in place. Then I'm going to go ahead and put on the 3 blue on the other side, the 3 pinks, and then the 3 purple, and then I'll show you how to finish this off and make it into a hoop earring, so to speak, or a teardrop. Sometimes they come out a little bit more rounder. I guess it just depends on the size of your beads and the weight of them as to how. But these are super, super lightweight, and the seed beads were extremely lightweight. I can't imagine these crystals are going to be much heavy. This is the first time I'm doing them with the Swarovski crystals, and just because I had them in the matte pastel color, so I wanted to try it with these. Alright, so I'm gonna take off my stopper, and like you said, you can see I have a ton of extra monofilament, but it just makes it easier to work with for me. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and take my 2 ends, and you can do one at a time if it's easier, but just thread them through that clamshell. Get both of them in there. Okay, and then we're going to bring that down to the middle of our hoop earring. Oh, that's so adorable. All right, so it's going to come a little bit loose. It's going to slide around. That's okay for right now. We'll tighten it up as we are getting ready to crimp off that bead. So now we're going to put our crimp bead, put both of our strands of monofilament through the crimp bead. So you do need, not a large crimp bead, but I think this might be maybe a size 2 crimp bead, and we're going to bring it down. And what I try to do is try to make sure that my clamshell is facing forward as much as possible. Bring these, make sure that you pull both sides of your monofilament till you're holding it tight. And you see how I have like a little bit of slack on this side? I'm going to go ahead and just try to kind of maneuver that the best you can, because you want it to try to be kind of flush against those 2 beads. So you just have to work with it just a little bit until you get it to where that clamshell is snug up against there. Keep a hold of it and get your pliers, your flat nose pliers. And like I said, it's just getting a feel for it and making sure that you get into there and crimp it down nice and tight inside of that clamshell cover. Okay, and you might want to give it a tug. See, mine is not completely flattened, so that's okay. I'm going to push it back down. It's a little bit trickier with the monofilament. If you want to use beading wire, you absolutely can. I'm sure it's not an issue to use that. Like I said, I had this big roll of monofilament, and I find it's just, you know, it was there and it worked. All right, so let me make sure it's not going anywhere. Just give it a little tug. And let me see how that's looking. I probably could have gotten a little bit better of a crimp on that, but I think it's gonna be okay. All right, so I'm going to clip off my excess monofilament, and then I'm going to close up this clamshell. Okay, and that is my earring. That was very easy to do, and it really didn't take much time at all. So now I'm going to go ahead and just open up my ear wire and feed it through the clamshell like so, and close it up. And so that clamshell almost kind of looks like a bead sitting at the top of there. It does kind of want to go off to the side at times, but you know, you just have to work with it, and it's really not that bad. Like I said, that one's pretty much facing forward. And there's my little bunny, and there are the pastel colors. So let me see if I can get a little white card so you can see it up against something brighter background. Look how cute that is. And even if you do see a tiny bit of that monofilament at the top, being that it's clear, it kind of disappears anyway. So that is really cute. Let's see. I guess I'll go ahead and do the other one on camera. I think we're pretty good. It's not going to be too super long. So again, I'm just going to go ahead and thread on my 3 purple crystals. And then the pink. And the blue. This would also be pretty with like a bellflower hanging down. Make a charm of a bellflower with the spring colors, the pastels. It makes me think of fun flowers in spring. But you can do any combination. This is like completely like endless possibilities, like I said. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and throw my little bunny on. And like I said, I could have easily switched out to a cross. But again, like I said, I was thinking pastels, Easter. And I'll have, like I said, I'll have a pair of earrings for next year. I think these bunnies are super cute. I really like them. All right, and then I'm going to put on my pink. And we're almost done. You see how quick that worked out? All right, I just have 3 more purples. I didn't put my bead stopper on this time, but I have so much monofilament I can kind of, and it's a small project, so I kind of held it in my hand so it wouldn't go. Because I have lost so much beadwork. Those little stoppers come in handy. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put on my clamshell. It's a good way to use up some bead soup too if you don't have a whole lot of beads. And like I said, it works really good with multicolors too. All right, and so I'm going to put my crimp tube on. I'm going to slide that down, adjust my monofilament and my clamshell to where it is kind of as flush as I can get it up on the bead. Now, if your clamshell wants to go sideways and nestle in between, that is okay too. If you want to close it up that way, then that may be a better option for something like this where the bicone, it kind of wants to set in the middle of it. You can do that and put a jump ring, a very small jump ring, to attach it to your loop so that it's hanging forward. It's hanging the right way. But since I did the other one facing forward, I'm going to get this one to go. I'm just going to maneuver it. But that would be totally fine too, like I said, to let me concentrate on what I'm doing. All right. Yeah, you could totally let it nestle in between those two and just add a jump ring to get it to face forward. All right, so I'm going to cut off. I think I have it. Let me just make sure I have it smashed down good. Okay. Cut off the excess. And then I'm going to squeeze that clamshell closed. And if you wanted to put a little dot of E6000 or some GS Hypo Cement in that little clamshell, you could totally do that. And it would just give it a little bit of extra stability and support and strength for not maybe, you know, coming apart later. I don't think it's coming apart, but it doesn't hurt to give it extra if you want to. All right, and then just like that, we have a second earring done really quickly. Look how precious those are. I think they came out really cute. I like it with the bicones, and I think that's the perfect number. They're the right length, in my opinion, and it's not heavy at all. The seed beads were even lighter than this, and this is like super, super light, so it doesn't add a lot of weight to your ear. So perfect, like again, for springtime, Easter time. And again, a really good money maker if you are wanting to make multiple pairs of earrings really quick for a craft fair or to sell. So I hope that you enjoyed this quick tutorial, and a good way to use some monofilament if you have some of that. Again, really inexpensive to pick that up as well. So I hope that you enjoyed this quick tutorial, and if you did, I hope that you would please give me a thumbs up and click on subscribe if you haven't already. Also click on that notification bell so that you can be notified each time I upload a new video to YouTube. And don't forget to go check out the other ladies' videos that are participating in the challenge. Until the next video, guys, bye!